Hello everybody and welcome back to another beautiful day here in sunny Florida. No, I'm just kidding. We're still in Ottawa and we finally get our one day of sun every year. So I figured let's go tour some greenhouses and I can show you some of my favorite plants to use in vivariums. Up first, Robert Plant Greenhouse. Let's go check it out. All right, our first plant on this list is going to be Ficus benjamina. This is an awesome plant and there is also color varieties of it. I don't think this is a benjamina, starlight, but still I think it grows similarly and very beautiful plants regardless. Anyway, I love using these plants. I use it in my baby emerald tree skink grow out. I have it in with the Gastrophilus porcina, the green keelbelly lizard. The many branches and leaves it has creates a lot of cover for smaller lizards and it grows pretty quickly. So I love using Ficus benjamina. There's a cat in this greenhouse. Hello. Hello. What's up? I did not expect to see a cat. Okay, anyway, back to the Ficus benjamina. Awesome plant, 10 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. And yeah, I pretty much use it in a lot of my setups. I'll show you some clips of me using it in setups at home, but creates a lot of cover, grows quick, and looks awesome in a vivarium or a terrarium. Up next, we have the creeping fig, I believe it's called, Ficus pumila. I love trailing plants, and this is one of my favorite ones because it's one of the few that I've actually been able to grow outside of a dart frog vivarium. By the way, the plants I'm choosing for this list are plants that can work in most vivariums and terrariums. They're not specific to higher humidity vivariums or more arid terrariums, but if you do want me to do a list on plants that work well in a dart frog vivarium, for example, let me know and we can do that as well. Also, it's super hot in here and I'm sweating. Okay, now back to the Ficus pumila. This is an awesome plant. You can get it to grow up backgrounds, you can get it to grow up pieces of cork, but warning, it is a weed. As you can see, it grows super fast. So if you don't want to be maintaining your vivarium too often, don't use Ficus pumila. I, on the other hand, like to see my vivariums fill and green, and even when it overtakes, I don't really trim it that often, so I do like to use Ficus pumila. But yeah, just a warning, it does grow super fast. On to the next plant. Okay, for our next plant, we're actually gonna do a group of plants here, so philodendrons and pothos. I use these plants in almost any vivarium, terrarium, or anything I build. They are bulletproof. If you've ever tried to grow a pothos or a philodendron, you already know this. They are bulletproof. They work in almost any conditions. And of course, there's crazy amounts of variety and tons of them that you can use. So I'll show you a bunch of them that I use right now, and then we'll jump on to the next plant. Okay, round two. We have left Robert Plant greenhouses. We are now at Richie Feed and Seed here in Ottawa, another awesome greenhouse. Let's go check it out. Up next, we have our first plant at Richie. That is Zanzibaria, the snake plant. I love using this plant. I use it with things like crested geckos, things like ball pythons. It's super hardy and can withstand being beat up by the animal. The crested geckos kind of hide in the little leaves as well, and they use it as a sleeping area. Awesome plant, super hardy, and yeah, I just love using it. And it comes in so many different varieties. So these are all Zanzivarias. This big one over here is another variety of Zanzivaria. And so are all of these. Up next, we have Dieffenbachia. I don't know what variety of Dieffenbachia this is, but Dieffenbachia is an awesome plant to use. I have been told by one of you guys that Dieffenbachia can be toxic, so make sure you do your research before you put it in with any of your reptiles, but I have been using it for years and have never had any issue. Check out this giant Dieffenbachia and check out all the patterning on the leaves. And other than the crazy patterning and colors that Dieffenbachia has, the main use for it and the most important reason I do put it in my vivariums is all the cover it creates. And as you know, once you're scaping a reptile tank, the most important thing is to make sure the reptile is comfortable. So the giant leaves on this and how bushy it is actually creates a lot of cover for the reptiles, and I use it in quite a few tanks. And I was gonna wrap up this video on number 5, but I'll give you one more bonus plant, number 6, and this is not for vivariums where reptiles are gonna trample all over the plants because it is easily destroyable, and it is Alocasia Jacqueline. The leaves look cool, the veining on the leaves look cool. It's just such a cool looking plant all around. In terms of vivarium parameters, this is actually a super hardy plant and will withstand higher humidity or lower humidity. But the problem with this plant is, as I mentioned, reptiles will destroy it if they walk all over it. So maybe put it with something like smaller geckos that can't destroy it. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. That was 5, I guess 6 plants that I love to use in my vivariums. If there's a plant that I don't use that I should be using, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to pick it up and give it a try. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much for watching. We will see you on the next one.